Morning. It's Wednesday morning now, I think.
Yeah.
Wednesday morning.
It is.
No idea what time it is. It's not early.
11:15.
11:15. And we're just leaving Horn Basin. Done a few jobs this morning with the boat, and then we've been over onto the service point, filled up with water. We've got some diesel.
Got rid of the rubbish.
Yep. Done the rubbish.
Bought some bits that we needed from Horn Basin, like dog poo bags.
Yeah. Got some stuff from the channel, Ray, and that's it. We're on the move. So today's plan is to get to Bentley Bridge, Wensfield Junction, Bentley Bridge Retail Park, around that area. It's a nice mooring there, and there's also a hobbycraft there, and we need to nip in there to get a few bits and pieces. And then, yeah, crack on working. It's about 5-6 hours cruise from here. We've got to go through Gosley Tunnel, we've got to go through Netherton Tunnel again, get back up onto the main line. We're going to swing a left to head up towards Wolverhampton. We've got 3 locks to do today. The factory locks.
Not farmers, as I keep
No,
calling
not
it.
farmers. The farmers is in town. Do the factory locks, and then we'll turn at the junction that I can't remember the name of, and then yeah, off down there. To be honest, I'm looking forward to going to Brownhills, but I'm not looking forward to the Curly Whirlies, which is the Wiley and Essington Canal. The last time we went on it last year, every 10, 20, 30 metres we were stopping going down the weed hatch. It was just a nightmare with
We had
weed.
cables and everything snapped on us on there, didn't we?
Yeah, our fan belt, alternator belt snapped on there, and there's nowhere to pull in and things like that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting to Brownhills, just not looking forward to the journey there. Although there is more water in the canal this time than there was last year, so that could make a difference. And a lot of the traders that traded at Bentley Bridge last weekend are now already moored up in Brownhills. So potentially they've moved a lot of the rubbish and weed and stuff in the canal. So we're only going to find out by getting there. So we've just done the first lock at factory, and Lou's just bringing the boat up to the second lock. It's been a bit of a nightmare trip up so far. We've made a bit of a schoolboy error, to be fair. We've got diesel at Horn Basin because we needed diesel, and what we should have done is pick the diesel up and put it into tubs. Instead we've put it straight into the tank. But what that means now is that the back of the boat is a lot heavier. So when we're underway, we're bogging down. So since leaving Horn Basin, we have picked up that much rubbish, constantly having to stop. So yeah, the fun started already. Right, that is the third lock at Factory Locks, and that's as far as we've got, isn't it, Lou?
Yep.
It's our first trip down the weed hatch this year. In fact,
Many more to come.
Yeah, many more to come. In fact, the last time I think we went down the weed hatch was probably coming out of Brownhills last year. So we've done a whole 12 months, and it's only when we get to this part of Birmingham going to Brownhills that we're going down the weed hatch. Oh well, time to get wet. Hello, weed hatch, I forgot what you look like.
They look like they're on tight.
Yep.
Why are they so tight?
So I don't sink the boat. Tighten them to within an inch of the life and then do that extra inch. Because right below that is the prop and that will splash water up and sink us, basically. Not a good thing.
Ooh.
Well, there's lots of nice green weed.
I'm glad you're putting your hand down there and not me.
Yeah, I can see white, so we've got plastic carrier bags down there. Oh.
Don't fall in head first.
Oh, we've got everything on this.
That rope.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Gonna need to get the knife.
Is that what you got off it?
Yeah. There's wire, material, rope,
Plastic bag.
plastic bags, weed, all sorts.
And it stinks.
It really does smell.
Oh, it's knocking me sick.
It really does smell bad. Right, let's put this back. I need to go and get cleaned up.
Yep.
Right, we have made it finally to Wensbury Junction, Bentley Bridge, and we've managed to get a mooring in the arm. Oh, look what's on the other side of the arm there. We shouldn't really.
What?
Pub and carvery.
Carvery.
Lou's thinking carvery, I'm thinking just a nice cold pint. Oh, but before we do anything, whether we're having food cooked on the boat or cooked in the pub or just a pint in the pub or none of the above and just sitting and chilling, we've got a few jobs to do. Lou's just packing a few bits away and we've got to get down the weed hatch and clean the weed out of the hatch, ready for tomorrow. So that's the next job. So if you've ever wondered what I'm doing when I'm down the weed hatch, well, that's what I'm doing. You can see the propeller there is completely choked up with weed and bits of debris. You can also see there's weed there as well. That bars my skeg, and if we look that way, this line, that's the rudder, and you can see around the bottom of the rudder is all covered in weed as well, so we have to try and get rid of all that. Morning.
Morning.
It's going to be an eventful day today. We're already on the move. The journey today should be about 5 hours. Realistically, it's probably going to take us about 7, I would imagine. We're almost ready for going down the weed hatch for the first time today.
And we've only been going 10 minutes.
Yep, 10 minutes we've been cruising. We're limping along at the minute, but there isn't anywhere we can stop at the moment. I can't even see the canal, Lou. Can you see that?
I can see this side.
Everything is completely overgrown, as you're going to see in a second.
Sorry about that, guys.
It's completely overgrown. It's weeded up no end. It's all like dead weed, so it's all lying flat on the bottom. And as Lady Brian's coming along, the propeller is dragging everything up off the bottom, and then that's what's hitting the prop. So you clean the prop off. I mean, we cleaned the prop off last night. It took us about another 15-20 minutes just to get all the weed off the prop, to get it off the rudder. There wasn't a great deal on there compared to what there could be, but it still took about 15-20 minutes to get it all off. This morning, within 10 minutes of cruising, we're ready for going down the weed hatch again. So every 10-15 minutes on this journey today for the next 5 hours, we're going to have to go down the weed hatch. So we'll probably keep a tally.
You are. I'm not putting my hand down there.
We're just going to limp along.
Until we can't go anymore.
Until we can't limp no more. As long as it's not causing any undue stress on the engine, then, you know, I'm fine with that. But yeah. It's a beautiful canal. It's a very scenic canal. It's just an absolute nightmare to travel down unless you are really, really shallow in the water, and then I think you'd be okay.
Yeah.
So we've been going just over an hour. Trips down the weed hatch. 2.
And another one coming up shortly.
And another one coming up very shortly, which is only a matter of minutes after we've just done the last one. But we are literally grinding to a halt yet again. We've actually only travelled what should have been probably about a 20-minute journey. It's took about an hour and 15 minutes up to now. So this 5-hour trip today, you can imagine, is going to be horrendous. I just hope Brownhills Festival's worth it again, because if it's not, this is a lot of hassle for nothing. Right, we need to find somewhere more up, I think, Lou.
Yeah, but I can't get in there.
You can, if you look at the banking, you can see how we're crawling along. Well, we're in another bridge hole. Yep, Lou's holding the boat. It's another trip down there. How many is that now? 4?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we have finally made it into Brownhills. It took 7 hours to do a 5-hour journey. We've done 7 trips down the weed hatch with 1 more to go, but as long as that's done before we leave, I'm not bothered. It's stressful, it's a nightmare, but we're here. The weather for the weekend is looking good. Let's not say that too loud, because we all know what the weather's been like lately. So yeah, it should be a good weekend, fingers crossed. It's going to rain tomorrow though, but we don't care about that because we're working. Right, time to catch up with a few jobs, and then I think it's time to put our feet up and chill for the evening. Good morning, it's Saturday, it isn't raining, and trading is good. We're at Brownhills. The festival has started and there are people about, which is good. So yeah, lots of people around everywhere. So hopefully we make some pennies today. What do you reckon, Lee?
Fingers crossed.
It's a good start though, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the weather's good, everything's good, everybody's happy. So yeah, another good festival with the looks of it. Well, good afternoon. It's nearly the end of Sunday and it's been good, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we've not managed to film any of the market because it's been busy.
We've been busy serving and you've been trying to make stock and...
Yeah, and there were so many people, we've had so many people come to see us and it's been fantastic. So we've done lots of talking. You know, we did a good bit of selling yesterday, didn't we? Today's been quiet.
And we got some gifts as well.
We did. We got some lovely gifts. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Today's been quieter, but the football was on. The England women's team was in the World Cup final, so that obviously quietened things down. The weather's been beautiful though. We can't argue with that, can we? So we've took a little bit of money today, nowhere near as good as yesterday. And this market, like the others, is down on last year. But that seems to be across the board with every market and every trader at the minute. They all seem to be down with crafts like that. I think food, if you're selling food, I think they're doing really well.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, we can't complain. But like I said, we've not done much of the we've not done much filming of the event because we just haven't had the time. It's been busy, so unfortunately we've only just got the time for film now, and as you can see there's not many people about anymore now. I think we've got about half an hour or so before it's pack up time, so I do apologise I've not been able to film it for you, but that's because it's been a good event for us. So it's the first event we've had in a long time where it hasn't rained and we've been making the most of selling, so I do apologise about the filming. But we've got some good news about next weekend, haven't we? But you'll probably already know about that now because we'll have told you in a Cheeky Tuesday. Well, good morning. It's Wednesday morning, I have to think then. And we're just leaving Brownhills, or we're getting ready to leave Brownhills. Where we was trading is just behind us. We have to come down to Cats Hill Junction just in front of us to be able to turn around because we're heading back in that direction. And the reason for that is that we're going to Pelsall for the IWA Festival of Water. Luckily we managed to get booked in at the last minute, so it should be a really good event. It's bank holiday weekend, it's a 3-day event. It's cost us a lot of money to book in for this event, so we're hoping it's going to be good. It's drizzling with rain now, but it is supposed to be good for weekend, so we'll see. So yeah, Lou's just done some washing. We're going to head back up into Brownhills, get on the water point, fill up with water, get rid of the rubbish, empty the toilet, and then on to Pelsall, where we should have a mooring marked out. So it should be good fun. We're just hoping we can get in because the moorings in Pelsall can be notoriously very, very shallow. So we have to get the boat right in. All the traders have to get the boat right into the banking to be able to trade. So this is going to be an eventful day possibly, or it could just land perfect for us. We will see. Right, that's the well, service is done really, isn't it?
Yes.
We've done the washing. Clothes have been washed, pots have been washed. I never said we.
You did.
Well, the clothes have been washed.
Done it.
Clothes have been washed, pots have been washed. Brews have been made, we've filled up with water, emptied the rubbish, emptied the toilet. All is good. Now we just have to about an hour's cruise to Pelsall, something like that. Depends how much weed we get round the prop. But yeah, there we go. Onwards to Pelsall.
Fish snake, River. Fish snake.